Okay, now we're going to learn about slope-intercept form. It says module 4.5. You can write, oh good Lord, here we go. You'll be doing something. You'll be able to write equations in this form, y equals mx plus b. When given a table, a graph, or a verbal description, three big things, lots going on here, okay? First of all, here is slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. This is one of the most popular forms that you're going to hit for the next couple of years. This is something you have to know and know it really well. Y is what's our Y again? Y is our dependent variable. It's our dependent variable. It is our dependent variable. Okay. Okay, just write down dependent variable because obviously it's not working for me right now. It is also our range. Yes, that's also our output. Our x is our independent variable. It is our domain, and it's our input. Now, that's important because you're going to be putting your x in to that spot, and then we're going to find that. So that's why that's important. It's really critical that you have that all sorted out. Okay, so when we're looking at writing things in slope-intercept form or graphing from slope-intercept form, we need to know our intercept because the intercept is where it hits the y-axis, okay? So if you know what your intercept is, positive or negative value, whatever it happens to be, that's your starting point, okay? That's your starting point. So when we're giving a graph in slope-intercept form, and then we go ahead and we have to graph it, we have to start from the intercept and we move based on our slope, okay? We move based on our slope. As you can kind of see there for this graph, it's 1 over 2. It's 1 up and 2 right. So keep in mind the direction's important. Negatives are down, or they could be left. And I could go down 1 and left 2. I'm still on that particular line. Oh, that was cool. I lost everything. Okay. Okay, here we go. I think I want to do lose everything. Okay. If I take a look at this particular, I'm not going to even do that. I'm not even going to do that. Take a look at this problem right here. Y equals a negative 2/3 x. Sorry, y equals 2/3 x minus 4. You have to identify the slope and the y-intercept. What I like to do is write y equals mx plus b right by it. So if I rewrite it over here, y equals mx plus b. And then here's my original problem, y equals 2/3 x minus 4. What lines up? What lines up? Well, our m's line up with the 2/3, and our b lines up with a negative 4. So the y-intercept at 0, negative 4. If I were to graph it, I'd plot 0, negative 4, and then our m, I'd go up 2 and the right 3. Okay, let me erase that bad boy. Next, go ahead and do this check, and I'll check the check in class. Press pause, go on and do it, and I'll check it in class. I doubt that you pressed pause, and hopefully you did. Okay. Example 2, write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. Now, sometimes I'll just tell you. They'll say, hey, so what's going on? Write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form with this slope, m equals, and let's just come out and say it. M is a negative 3, and b is a negative 4. Okay, so I can handle that. So what I want you to do is write out y equals mx plus b every single time. Bring down the y, bring down the equal sign, bring down your slope, bring down the x, bring down the b. Now you can do plus a negative 4, or you could leave it as, you could write it as minus 4. Either way, it's okay. I'm not sure what Desmos other online services will want. They might want to see this, okay, as your final answer. Go ahead and do the check on your own. Go ahead and erase this. I don't know. It's just erase it. Oh boy. Here I go. Okay. It's my eraser tool. Help me, help me. I'm using so many different things, I can't remember anything. Uh-oh, good Lord. Here we go. All right. Do you just laugh at me? Do you just laugh at me? Do I drive you crazy? Okay, here we go. Sometimes I could figure out what the slope and y-intercept is from the graph. Not always. It's really important that you're able to see the lines on the grid. Like it's got to be able to hit a point on the grid. Then it's easier. You can guesstimate if it's not exactly on the grid, but then it's a guesstimation. So in this case here, my y-intercept's at a -1, so my b's at a -1. And I found a point here, or I found a point up here. I could go 1, 2, 3 up, and 1, 2 to the right. I could go 3 up and 2 to the right. That'd be 3/2. So it should be y equals, oh, sorry about that, the double y, 3/2 x minus 1. So you're able to see what the slope-intercept form is based on the graph, and as long as you have the grid there, then it makes sense to be able to do that. That's really kind of fun. So again, if you notice, the book went one way for the slope, I went the other way, it still works out. Let's say you went reverse. Let's say you decided to go from here, or from here down to here. Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went down 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I went, oh, hello. Then I went left 4. So -6/4 is still the same thing as 3/2. So if you would have it as y equal, why does it do that? That's really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, I did the stylus is killing me. You know, a lot of learning here. A lot of learning here. Give me the hand. All right. Y equals -6/4. Oh my God. -6 over -4. And then you guys are all gonna get an extra point just for listening to this garbage. Y, I'm writing it over here, okay? Move with me. Y equals -6/4 x minus 1. I reduce that. I have -6 over -4. It's still positive 3/2 x minus 1. Something to note, you better make sure your slope is positive, especially since that graph is going up from left to right. Okay, next example. Write equations in slope-intercept form. Again, you have to have a couple key pieces of information. You must have your slope. You must have your b. If I'm looking at this particular graph right here, I will know that, you learn here, I will know that this is my slope. I'm going down 1 unit, so it's -1, and right 2 units, it's +2. So my slope is a -1/2. Now my b is at 1, 2, 3, 4 at 4, so it's going to be y equals mx plus b. And again, you have to write it like I'm writing it. Y equals my m is a -1/2. X plus my b is 4. Jingle bam, you are done. Okay? Oh, yay. Look at that. We're right. Isn't that nice? Good Lord. Go away. Erase all this. I don't know. Okay. Next page. Check. Do the check on your own. Okay. Check was done on your own, I hope. Alrighty. One of the things they want you to learn how to do too is how to write an equation in slope-intercept form from a verbal description. So if I give you something in writing right now, for example, this problem here. Bamboo is one of the fastest growing plants on Earth. I did not know that. Suppose a bamboo seedling is 5 centimeters tall and grows at a rate of 6.5 centimeters a day. So essentially, it's going to like double from its original size. That first day after that, who knows? But that's a crazy rate. So now we know that it starts off at 5 centimeters. So that's going to be our intercept, and it's going to rate at 6.5 centimeters a day. That is going to be our slope. Okay, so that's 6.5 centimeters per day. So if you'll see what they want us to do, I don't know, why did it go away? Oh boy, hang on. Okay, so again, I lost it, but I got it. I just wrote it over again. Our slope is 6.5 centimeters per day. We start off at 5 centimeters. Here's our slope formula. Slope-intercept formula. You have to put that back in. I have to see it on your paper. And there you have to put in the substitution. That's it. That's all you have to do. Okay. And I don't know how I got rid of all that. I just want it to all go away. But it didn't go away. I still can't figure it out. Okay, what? Oh, wait, I just lost it. Okay. All right, go ahead and do example number 4 on your own, please. I'll wait for you. And hopefully you did example number 4, and hopefully you got the right answer at y equals 5x plus 20. Now do the check. And I'll be checking to see if you did the check and the other example. Now, writing equations in slope-intercept form from tables. Well, obviously here you're going to figure out, well, gee, they'll probably, I don't have my slope, so I got to find my slope. Well, in this case here, when you write an equation that represents first determine the slope. You got to find your m. What's your m going to be? Obviously, I have time here is my x, distance is my y. So I'm going to look at that and go, all right, so I have my y over my x. I have to have my y is divided by my x. So I have 10 over 0. Oh, that's not going to be good. So I can't really have used, I mean, I can't use just that one unit, right? I have to use more than one. I could use this ordered pair. I could use these two ordered pairs. I could use these two ordered pairs. I could use any combination of ordered pairs. So I have to use something. You'll notice here the book already has it set up where I'm able to see the pattern. I'm going up by 2 for my x's and going up by 12. So guess what your intercept is going to be? It's going to be 12 over 2 because it's constant, or simply, I mean, your slope is going to be 12 over 2, which is constant, and it's going to be 6. So our m is going to be 6, okay? Let's say you don't have that nice, I mean, you should be able to see the pattern, but say you don't have it, just use your y sub 2 minus y sub 1. You could do that as well, okay? That's another way of finding your slope. Then I would say if I use these two guys up here, actually I'll use these two, I'll go like that. I would have 22 minus 10 over 2 minus 0, which is 12 over 2, which is still going to be 6. That's kind of fun with that. Now, as far as the y-intercept is, do they tell you the y-intercept exactly? They don't come out and say it, but guess what? You could read it. You could read it right here. If you see what your value of x is when it's 0, that's always going to be your y-intercept. So now I know that my slope is going to be 6 and my b is going to be 0, 10, because when I looked at the graph, I saw 0, 10. So I put in my equation y equals mx plus b, my y, then my equals, then my slope is my 6, my x is, well, what's my x going to be? Don't know. It's be whatever I choose for it to be later. It's my general x, and then b is going to be 10. Y equals 6x plus 10. That's my equation. Let's take a look at the next, oh boy. Let's take a look at the next problem here. I want you to talk through example 5 and do example 5 yourself. I'll wait for you. And hopefully you got example 5 correct. Now I want you to do the check. And when you get done with that, the phrase that pays is, I cannot believe the Dodgers are killing the Tampa Bay Rays. Who knew, right? Who knew? Let's make that phrase. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew what? That's what you have to tell me. Who knew the Tampa Bay Rays would be getting killed by the Dodgers? I'm sorry, did I say it the wrong way? The Dodgers are killing the Rays. Okay, goodbye.